Feeling behind is something that will lead to extreme depression. It will lead to you feeling like you can't do anything. You can't do anything to get ahead. And if you feel like this, you probably also are not in the best financial situation. You're probably not in the best shape. You're probably don't even have the best relationship with your family. You probably maybe even don't have any meaningful relationships in your life at all. And this is a very terrible place to be. And I have felt like this many times in my life, especially in my early teens. When I would fall behind in school, I would feel like I was behind. When I realized that I wasn't the smartest kid in the class anymore from a grade standpoint, I would feel like this. And as an adult male, if you are anywhere from 25 years old or older and you're starting to get to the point where you feel behind, well, it's very important to, first of all, identify exactly what it is that you want out of your life. What do you want out of your life? What do you want financially? What do you want in your relationships? What do you want in your religion? Like, what kind of relationship do you want to have with God? What do you want out of your life? And like, really think about those things and ask yourself, like, do I actually care about any of these things? Because the only reason why you feel behind is because you're comparing your progress to other people that are around you. If you stop comparing your progress to other people that are around you, then you'll actually start to realize that you're a lot further ahead than you were previously. So look at yourself from 6 months ago. Are you ahead of where you were 6 months? Are you ahead of where you were 6 months ago? Are you better off now than you were at that time? And when you think about that, you start to compare yourself to your own self-progress. And that is extremely important. When you start to compare yourself to your own self-progress, when you start to think about, okay, compared to where I was 6 months ago, am I better now? Yes or no? That's what you should be asking yourself. And compared to what I want to be doing in my life, where I want to be financially, where I want to be in my relationships, where I want to be with my relationship with God, am I where I need to be? So if you're on track to where you need to be, then you're not behind, you're exactly where you need to be. And here's the thing about reality. Reality is something that aligns with you as you take the action steps needed. As you take the action steps needed, your reality and the desired reality, exact desired reality that you want, will align. It just takes time to align. So even if today you decide that today I'm going to do every single thing I can to make my first $500,000 in a year, well, then it's going to take time for reality to align with that, because reality has to align with the action that you take. You must become a completely different person if you want completely different results. Here's one thing that I would recommend as well. If you feel behind, pay attention to what you're consuming. Are you consuming the things and where you see a guy buying a new car every day, or you see the guy buying a new house and you look at that guy and you're like, man, that guy is my age? Or you see, maybe even you watch me and you see, man, how has this guy done all these six-figure deals? I'm older than him, or I'm the same age as him. How has he done all of this? How is it that he has his own family? How is it? I've had people that say this stuff to me that are being my age. That's why I'm telling you guys this. Why is it that he's younger than me and it seems as though he's got everything together? Well, I will have you know, it takes a lot to be here, and it takes intention to be here. It takes intention to say, I want to be a good family man. I want to be able to take care of my family. I need to be able to take care of my finances. I need to be able to grow my finances. It takes deep intention to do that. And so if you're in a place in where you don't have things written out and you haven't decided like if you actually care about the things that are on your list, well, then that's why you feel like you're falling behind. And again, you have to be able to compare yourself with your own progress, and stop comparing your progress to other people's progress. And that's one thing you can't do that. And yes, of course, be competitive in business. If you're in a space in where you're building and you're producing, then be competitive. You should want to beat your competitors. I have competitors I want to beat all the time. I have competitors that I do beat. I have competitors that I look at what they do, I'm like, I'm way better than you, so I'm going to do better than you. That's okay. But you can't compete with yourself to a point in where it gets unhealthy, and then you are downing yourself. You're telling yourself that you're not enough. You're feeling in your mind that you're not enough. You don't have the confidence that it takes to get to where you want to go. That's the other thing about being behind. If you feel behind, you're lacking a certain kind of conviction and a lack of confidence within yourself that is laboring you from getting to where you need to go? Where is your confidence? You need to have more confidence in yourself. The more confidence we have in ourselves, the more unwavering conviction, the more delusional belief that we have in ourselves, the further along we will always go. You need to have a delusional belief in your goals. So if you feel behind right now, take out a pen and paper, even as I'm talking right now, and write out, what are 5 things that I actually care about, money-wise, like financially? Where do I want to be, and where am I right now? And what's the gap? How exactly do I close that gap? What's the vehicle that's going to take me from the starting point here to the gap at the end, like to closing the gap to the destination? So I'm here. If you're at $100,000 a year and you want to get to make $500,000 a year, okay, well, it's not just going to happen. So you have to be able to take a vehicle to take yourself from $100,000 to $500,000. That is the only way it's going to happen, to take yourself from point A to point B. If you want to be in better physical shape, okay, where are you right now? How much do you weigh? Do you count your calories? Do you know how much you eat every day? Do you track everything you eat? How much water do you drink? Do you get steps? Like, what are the things that you're doing on a day-to-day basis that's causing you to be the weight that you're not, that's causing you to be a weight that you don't want to be? Now, I'll tell you a personal story. Earlier this year, I was gaining a lot of weight. I don't know if I was going through emotional distress. I'm not sure what it was, but I had never gained that much weight in my entire life. And honestly, I got to the point, I remember it was right before my 25th birthday, I started to feel depressed. I started feeling like my life is great. I don't really have any complaints, but I started getting to the point where I really did, I felt depressed, and it was just bad. Like, I was having very negative thoughts, and that wasn't like me at all. And what's funny is that I wasn't going to church consistently. I wasn't connecting with God consistently either. I was like literally every day, I was making Loom videos of my business. I was talking about land flipping, and that's what I was doing every day. And I was eating, and I was working on my business. Those are the only things that I was doing. I was working on my land business, and I was making videos about what we were doing. Those are the only 2 things I was doing. And as time went on, I just stopped tracking what I was eating. And I remember one day specifically, I went to this burger shop with my wife, and it was like the middle of the week, and I had a burger and I had some onion rings, and I was like, dude, I feel terrible. It doesn't feel good. You're not paying attention. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. And so therefore, because I'm not paying attention and I'm not being a stickler to my goals, then guess what? You fall behind. You see, we all suffer from this. I'm a human, just like you guys are human. We all suffer from this. We all suffer from not paying attention. What you do not put your eye on will always run away from you, will always leave you. You must always have very close intention and attention to what you are doing with every part of your life. And any part of your life that you put great importance on, you have to have attention to this. And so I realized this, and I got a trainer. One of my best friends is a trainer, or a guy that I consider very, very close, is one of the best in the world. And so I got with him, I got on a plan, and I stuck to the plan, and since March, I've lost almost 40 pounds. And I've put on a ton of muscle. I feel stronger. I feel better than ever. And that has allowed me to put more energy into my business, more energy into my family, more energy into building my empire. Now, so you see how this is a very clear example of you not paying attention to something and it running away from you. You must not let the things that are important to you run away from you. So write it on a piece of paper. What do I want to look like fitness-wise? Body weight, body fat percentage, cash flow. How much money do I want to make every month? How much money do I want to be able to put away every month? I know all these things about myself. If I cannot put away at least $30,000 per month into my investments, then I'm doing something wrong. Now, many months it is significantly more than $30,000 a month. But for the last couple years, if I couldn't put away $30,000 a month into my investments, then I was doing something incredibly wrong. And so you have to know what that is. And what it is for you does not have to be what it is for John or Jill or Jimmy. That's your own personal thing. What is it for you? What does success look like to you? What is going to make you feel like you are not behind anymore, but ahead? Not on someone else's clock, but on your own clock. What does it look like to be ahead on your own clock? That's what you have to think about. Think about your own clock, your own timeline, your own reality, because you can create it. You can create whatever you want to create in this beautiful world. You literally can. Whatever you want to have, anything that you want to have in this world, you can have it if you choose to have it, if you set a plan to have it, if you set the intention to have it. And I do not think you understand how big of an impact you can potentially have on people by just paying attention to the things that are important to you and going as hard as you can on those things and believing in it and believing in your ability to accomplish those things. So you shouldn't feel behind. You should feel like, you know what, the fact that I even have this feeling of behind means that I care. It means that I care about myself. It means that I care about my progression. It means that I care about where I want to go. I care about the people around me. I want to take care of them. I just need to figure out exactly what to do to get there. And so if that's you, take that list, write it down. And then after you write down a list of everything you want to be, everything that, like, who do you want? What friends do you want? Write down literally all this stuff detailed. And then ask yourself, do I actually give a shit about any of this stuff? Do I actually care? And then once you've really established that you care, it's time to set the action plan in place and start to take the massive action that's going to get you there. And once you get there, it will feel like everything. It will feel like everything, because then you know now that you can accomplish anything with your mind and with massive action. So I don't want you feeling behind. I don't want you feeling depressed. I don't want you feeling like the world is coming down on you, because I promise you it is not. And if you do feel like that, then please understand that you can have anything in this world. You can be anything in this world that you want to be. You can literally be in your 30s right now and be in a whole different career and decide that you want to do something else to make yourself more money. It's never too late. So don't let the 19-year-old or the 20-year-old that you see that's doing really, really well, don't let that discourage you. Don't let it discourage you. Let it be like, you know what? That's their time. But guess what? It's my time, and it's my time because I'm making all the actions that I need to make to make it my time. You must make it your time with the massive action and with the belief. You are able to make it your time, because here's the thing about God. What I've learned about God in my time. When you set the intention, when you pray to God every day, when you make the actions every day, and God sees that your actions are aligned with exactly what you say, your actions are aligned with your prayers. You don't just pray and then go do something complete opposite. When your actions align with the prayers, when the actions align with the intention, then you can do anything that you set forth. Then it is your time.